Thank you very much for the great introduction. I appreciate it very much, Mr. Kern. No, I'm super excited to do this training for your folks. Your program is awesome. I've been going through the videos myself. It's freaking incredible. I've been taking tons of notes, and I'm excited to be able to give you some great training that hopefully people can implement and will make a difference. So what we're going to be talking about over the next several modules is how to build a traffic machine, really a perpetual traffic generating, goodwill generating, lead generating, customer generating machine. You can do all those things literally simultaneously if you put the right system in place. Very similar to what Frank talks about when he talks about his, three different types of campaigns that you're running. So you're always continually bringing in new blood. You're bringing in new leads. You're making offers to new leads, and then you're making offers to your low-hanging fruit. Okay, you can be doing the same thing with your traffic campaigns. And specifically, we're going to be talking about you can be doing the same thing with your traffic campaigns. All right, so my name's Keith Krantz, and this is me speaking at an event down in Mexico, actually. But my main company is Dominate Web Media, which is dominatewebmedia.com. I have a Facebook ads agency. I have a Facebook ads coaching program where we do it with you. So we do it for you, or we do it with you. And I also have Facebook Ads University, which is depending on when you're watching this, it's a $59 a month membership. So where I have everything from full basic trainings to advanced trainings, and we do live webinars every 2 weeks, and we have a really active Facebook group where we answer your questions, I answer your questions, my team answers your questions and stuff like that. So we work with several clients. I've got, admin access to 30 different accounts that we oversee via coaching or agency. And so we're spending anywhere between 150 to 250,000 a month on Facebook ads, and I've been doing this since the beginning, since 2009, 2010. I wrote my first book on Facebook ads. Then I wrote my second book, co-authored with Perry Marshall about a little less than a year ago, which is now the #1 book in the world on Facebook ads, and in Barnes and Nobles all over the world. So I'm super excited to bring you some good stuff. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about where people are at. Okay, growth in TV consumption is -2% over the past 3 years, and growth in digital is up 267%. Why? Because people are consuming digital throughout the entire day. It's pretty obvious. We see people all over the place. They can't go anywhere without their phone, right? People are no longer just watching TV. 800 million users logging onto Facebook every single day, an average of 14 times a day. 75% of people access their second screen during a TV show because, quote, I like to multitask while watching TV so I can still be productive. It's kind of an oxymoron if you ask me, multitasking and being productive, but hey, that's a whole nother subject. Let's talk about Facebook specifically. All right, Facebook and Instagram account for over 23% of the total time spent on mobile devices. That's more than Twitter, Snapchat, and all the rest combined. All right, 1.3 billion users on Facebook. Over 800,000 of those are logging on every day at an average of 14 times a day. Let's compare Facebook to YouTube. Okay, now this speaks a little bit more to video and stuff, but even if you just look at the minutes, Facebook, the daily unique desktop minutes, Facebook has 45 million compared to YouTube, which has 24. Okay, monthly minutes per month just consumed on Facebook is 53 minutes on Facebook, 54 minutes on YouTube, about the same. But look at mobile, 182 minutes an average person is on Facebook on their mobile device compared to 31 on YouTube. That's almost six times the amount of time spent on Facebook. Just think about it. When you're bored, you're hanging out, you're sitting there, you're waiting in line. People are never bored these days, right? When's the last time you're actually bored? Because people are always using their mobile device. So pretty powerful stuff. And speaking of mobile, mobile is where the money is. Okay, and this is speaking more to video, and I got these stats from a recent webinar that I was invited on. It was a private webinar for agencies that our Facebook account manager invited us on, and this is where I got these slides. And if you look at the graph to the right, well, first of all, 532% growth in mobile tablet video plays from 2012 to 2014. But on the right is huge. Purchase intent of U.S. internet users who watch digital video ads. Okay, PC 52%, tablet 56%, smartphone 64%. Okay, so this is, we're going to be talking about Facebook the majority of this training, but the whole time I'm talking about this, just kind of realize you're always thinking about not only what frame of mind your audience is in, what platform they're at, what frame of mind, how aware are they of you or your product or service, but also where are they? Are they at work, sitting on their, at their desk on their desktop? Are they at home with their laptop on their computer or at their home office? Or are they waiting in line, driving in their car, or riding in a car with somebody with their mobile device? You have to think about this because people are always in different locations, and this is the big reason why you have to build a machine like I'm going to show you throughout this training, okay? Facebook, this is a great article that was from a couple years ago, but Facebook doesn't want to be cool. It wants to be electricity. All right. It says critics say Facebook is doomed because it's not cool to teens anymore. But Mark Zuckerberg says he doesn't care about Facebook being cool because now its goal is to be a ubiquitous utility. Okay, think about it. When was the last time, think about the last time that you connected or reconnected with somebody that you either grew up with or went to high school with or went to college with, but you hadn't seen them, but you reconnect with them through Facebook. Probably think of several occasions, right? Or when was the last time that you just reached out to somebody through, you didn't have somebody's phone number, real estate agent or something like that, maybe friend of a friend, and you found them on Facebook and messaged them? Or when was the last time you visited a Facebook group for any reason? I bet you can think quite a few of those. And maybe you're not on Facebook at all. And if you're not, that's okay. Because guess what? 80% of your customers are. Okay, if you think about the 80-20 principle, you can get 80% of the efforts out of 80% of the results out of 20% of your efforts, okay? And also, you have to be thinking about where 80% of the people are, and they are on Facebook. Trust me, okay? We're seeing it every single day. Facebook is really the online version of the party, the coffee shop, the meetup group, the event, right? It's kind of like how Google has basically replaced the yellow pages. Facebook has replaced that social atmosphere, right? This is, if you're watching this right now and you've been to a networking event or Chamber of Commerce event or Rotary event or something like that, you can recognize. I have before. I used to own local businesses. I've done this, okay? And Facebook has basically replaced that. But the crazy thing is that you can basically clone yourself. Just imagine if you could just clone yourself or your brand or the representative of your brand and show up at Chamber of Commerce's all over the world, Rotaries all over the world. Maybe, your audience is into museum, art museum. You could show up at art museums, stuff like that, right? You can basically be everywhere, okay? However, nobody likes that guy, right? You know who I'm talking about. And I touch on this in the next video, but nobody likes that guy where after meeting him, 30 seconds after meeting him, after shaking his hands, he's trying to pitch you his financial planning services, insurance services, his, residual income, multi-level marketing opportunity, right? What do you want to do when you see that person? You want to turn around and run out the door, right? Or kick him out the door. So nobody likes the guy that tries to sell right after he meets you. However, some of the biggest deals, some of the biggest sales that have ever been made have been made as a result of two people meeting at a party or an event or a coffee shop, okay? But they build a relationship, right? It's kind of like that networking group. If you're halfway sane, you realize that you're not going to show up at a Chamber of Commerce meeting and get a new customer the first day there, right? Typically, it takes 3, 4, 5, 6 times showing up there. You start to make friends with people, and then maybe eventually that leads to an appointment. It's kind of like, imagine instead of that guy shaking my hands and trying to pitch me 30 seconds later, what if he said, he gave me a tip. I told him, hey, I've got a couple kids, and he's like, hey, I'm a financial planner, or I help kids I help parents save up to pay for their kids' college tuition. Oh, cool. I'm worried that I'm not even going to be able to afford to pay for my kids' college, or never going to be able to retire if I do. And just imagine if that guy that I met just, hey, there's a great tip. If you go online and you can search for 529, it's like a tax loophole where you can save a ton of money. It's this tax-free investment that you can basically get half your kids' college tuition saved up, tax-free. It's pretty cool. By the way, what kind of activities are your kids into? Do they play sports? And the conversation goes on, and then you become friends, right? And maybe later that night, I'm on my way home. I'm driving home, and I tell my wife about this great guy that I met that gave me this great tip. Okay? And then just imagine if we go home, and it's a Saturday night, we go to bed, next day's Sunday, hang out with the family, go to bed, the next day's Monday, I wake up, get dressed, have some breakfast, have some coffee, have some breakfast, get in the car, I'm on my way to work, got about a 15-20 minute drive, driving down the road, and I'm on this like 2-lane road where there's 2 lane on the right lane, 2 lanes on the left side where there's kind of traffic lights throughout, and I'm up at a traffic signal, I'm stopped at a red light, I'm sitting there, and I look up to the right, and I see a billboard. Whoa, it's the picture of that guy that I met Saturday night. Whoa. And the guy that gave me that great tip. And there's a billboard that's got this picture of him, and it's got some text on the billboard that says, go to www.saveforcollege.com or something like that. Or call this phone number to find out if you'll be able to pay for your kids' college, or get, go to this website or call this number to get a free financial evaluation. Do you think I would have a high likelihood of calling that number or going to that website and taking action? Of course I would, right? Because I feel like I'm friends with that guy. I trust him. We became friends. He didn't try to pitch me. And next thing you know, now we become a customer and a longtime client. Now, that is how it works in the real world. Okay, you have to realize that these platforms, especially Facebook, is no different. It's no different. So you've got to treat people like you would treat anybody else that you met at a party. Okay, it's kind of like, just imagine if that guy was going to give me that tip, but instead of saying, "Hey, I got this great tip for you, go check it out," he'd say, "Hey, I got this great tip for you, but first you got to give me your business card." Just imagine. I'd be like, "Are you kidding me, dude?" No. I'd be like, first of all, some people out there will probably do that, but that's kind of like some of the ads you see on Facebook. So I'm going to walk you through these trainings on how to not be that guy, but also how to get a lot of leads and a lot of customers, and be building goodwill throughout that entire process. It's going to be fun. All right. So this is Ralph, Molly, and me. So Ralph is the agency manager at the agency that I own. And so he's my basically agency partner, and he runs the agency. And Molly Pittman in the middle there is the vice president and director of traffic at Digital Marketer. And we got invited by our account manager at Facebook. This is the Facebook advertising headquarters in North America, which is in Austin, Texas. And we invited Molly to go with us. So it was pretty cool. We got to have breakfast there and go hang out and talk and stuff. So I'm super excited to not only bring you what we are learning every single day with all of our customers and clients, but also the insides that we get from Stephanie, our account manager, and all the important changes that are happening, and the best practices to not only build a machine, but also to keep your account safe, not get your account banned, not waste a bunch of money, okay, in today's environment. And that's what this training is all going to be all about. So the next video is a video of me walking you through my 7-step process, okay? I call it my 7-step Facebook fast start system, because that's really what it is. If you follow this process, you'll get results. So watch the 7-step video. That'll really help you get an idea of what the training is going to be about, and really get ready to, and really be able to start planning right away and start implementing. So, all right, talk to you soon, and have a good day. All right, talk to you soon. See you on the next video.